Thank you, Rebecca, and thank you all for attending today. Marketers have enjoyed decades of access to third-party data, and we, for decades, have helped many large enterprises maximize their own first-party data and strategically integrate our third-party data as well as data from other sources. Over the next 30 minutes, we'll share with you the 3 trends that we are seeing. Trend number 1. Marketers are swimming in data, and they just lack the resources to extract the full value. The sheer quantity of data that is dealt with is overwhelming. Sales and prospect input data from CRM systems, web forms, email responders, intent audience data, and other sources have created a lot of bad data. We'll show you how to calculate the cost of bad data and how to clean it. The second trend that we're seeing is related to the need for external help to deal with all this marketing data. Howard will share a few case studies that illustrate some of his clients' data-driven marketing challenges and the strategies that were used to improve ROI for his clients. And finally, the third trend that we're seeing is the use of our business and consumer data within marketing and sales platforms powered with AI and machine learning. Marketing and sales platforms are now creating real-time predictive analytics to make their solutions more valuable. This helps them predict both opportunity and risk. It is so cool. So with no further ado, I will turn it over to Eric Kaiser, a 30-year veteran data scientist. Eric has been working with first-party and third-party marketing data since before the term data scientist existed. Eric?
Thanks, Monica, and thank you all for joining today. I can see our audience has a good blend of marketing executives, digital marketing specialists, a few sales executives, and quite a few students and educators. I should probably start with what defines first-party data and third-party data. First-party data is the data your organization collects and stores about its existing and past customers. Third-party data is the data your organization purchases for various purposes. Just think about all of the types of data being utilized today. Customer data, web form data, email responder data, intent audience data, CRM data, and historical data. It is amazing the sheer quantity of data marketers are asked to work with. They don't know where to begin. Most marketers tell us they are swimming in data. A combination of all the data is what I help customers with every day. And let me tell you, oftentimes it can be very messy and out of sorts. Often a combination of more and messy data is frustrating and difficult to track effectiveness. More data usually equates to false hope. Employing the experts to utilize a multi-step approach, applying hygiene and other crucial processes, these marketers are often shocked to see revealing evidence of aging and anomalies that have impaired the file over time. These anomalies will painfully summarize the unnecessary costs associated with having bad or incomplete data. Cleaning data is like washing and detailing your car. It takes knowledge, time, and effort. But who has the time and all the tools to do as good a job as a complete car wash can do? Some things are much better outsourced because the return can be of significant value. And it gets done and does not sit on a list of things we know we need to do. Our data cleanse process employs a multitude of hygiene and verification steps, employs billions of records to clean and enhance marketing data to allow it to shine and perform, and most importantly, increase ROI. The next trend I would like to share with you concerns the cost of bad data. Over the past few years, especially during COVID, some of us did a lot of house cleaning, remodeling, and tackled projects we never had time for. Well, some businesses did the same. We saw many large companies receive the necessary budgets to clean house within their data assets. We were able to effectively help these marketers show the effect and savings of cleaned data, and in almost all cases, the ROI far outweighed the minimal cost of hygiene or enhancement. Once marketers do measure the cost of bad data, they become heroes in their organization once those wasted dollars are revealed and remedied. Marketers should value quality over quantity. The cost to achieve this is negligible compared to making bad decisions from bad data, especially anyone using direct mail. Let's break down the effectiveness of identifying bad data. These are some of the main underlying anomalies we find with customer files. All of them combined can create expensive and sluggish marketing efforts. Identifying and eliminating intra and cross-file duplicates. Duplicates are very often hard to see in a CRM. Once duplicates are identified, those records should be blended to create best record. We can identify out of business or deceased records depending on your audience, and the address on your record is being reported as vacant, or they have relocated to another address. In this example of an average 100,000 records, you can see over $35,000 in savings were immediately recognized. Like the car wash reference I mentioned earlier, dirty data in, fresh start out. I could go on forever, but I'm being told to wrap it up now. I look forward to hearing from you during the Q&A session that will begin in about 15 minutes. I would like to turn it over to Howard Alexander now. Howard has been out there in the trenches with marketers for many years. He's heard all the challenges and takes great pleasure in being a data therapist and problem solver. Howard?
Thanks, Eric. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for meeting with us today. Being in the database marketing, direct marketing industry for over 35 years, I've had the chance to see the industry evolve and change dramatically. When I first started, traditional direct mail, or what they called snail mail, and outbound telemarketing were the primary direct marketing channels used. Now, as we all know, we live in an omni-channel world where companies have added such channels as email, social, and digital advertising to their marketing mix. With the direct marketing channels changing and evolving all the time, today companies require more than ever traditional database marketing solutions to manage all of the data they're capturing on individuals and companies. That's why Database USA prides itself on taking a pure consultative approach when initially working with prospects and existing customers. We spend a tremendous amount of what we call discovery time. For example, during an initial call with a prospect, we attempt to understand as much as we can about the good, bad, and everything in between. Additionally, we host ongoing monthly calls with existing customers to continue to learn about how they're utilizing our Database USA services today and how we might be able to bring added value tomorrow. So let's break down the discovery process. The first thing we do is to identify a company's business goals, challenges, and objectives. We discuss what the top goals and priorities for their team and, in fact, the company overall. As we learn, it's important to understand what the company's strategies and tactics are in place to achieve their goals. Additionally, we try to pinpoint what's worked to date and why they've been successful. Additionally, we try to understand what the current challenges or pain points are of the team and their company are facing that might prevent them in achieving those goals. Our last topic during the discovery process is what we call the crystal ball wish list question. We ask the company, if you were looking at your crystal ball, what data point, data set, or data service would you want to have tomorrow that you don't have today? And once we've gone through the discovery process, we have a good sense on if or where Database USA can assist the company and bring immediate value. In discovering what the best service is to fit the problem, as a result of gathering that discovery information, we begin to present ideas of how Database USA can assist. We discuss specific techniques and at a high level the services that can be adopted. We begin to discuss the specific Database USA data services and/or solutions that we would recommend to the company. And when providing the high-level overview, we discuss how these services will actually satisfy their goals and reduce their challenges. When the prospect agrees conceptually with our services and/or solutions recommendation, we discuss a test strategy. This enables both companies to determine the overall value it will bring moving forward. Once the test is performed, we'll huddle up with the company and review the results together. And as we are going through additional tests and/or rollouts, as mentioned, we host monthly ongoing calls with our customers. And the purpose is to learn about how things are going with our services. Additionally, it allows us to refine these results that are presented or be able to adjust if the objectives have changed with the company. So let's spend a few minutes reviewing some of the case studies that we've been able to achieve. The first case study involves a global telecommunications company that was looking to increase their new customer acquisition results. After going through many discovery sessions, we learned that this company wanted to beat their competition to contact brand new startup companies. With that knowledge, together we created a multi-channel marketing strategy that included direct mail, email, and both on new businesses. The result was outstanding. Our client was able to achieve a 15% increase on responses and conversions. This produced an additional new customer revenue stream of over $30 million. Our second case study involved a software technology firm that was supporting a national home improvement company. The goal was to increase the number of registrations to their professional loyalty plan. The strategy was to identify the individual at the point of sale and link that person to their place of business. And once determining their place of business, if it was a professional company, be able to offer the benefits of joining their loyalty program. And boy, those results were outstanding as well. Database USA was able to link the individual at that point of sale to their place of business over 20% of the time. And this enabled the national home improvement company to increase their loyalty membership by over 30%. Now, I'd like to turn it over to Tim Pinkerton, who will discuss how data is utilized by companies for extensive analytical purposes. Tim?
Thank you for that introduction, Howard. I'm pleased to get to discuss this latest trend that we wanted to cover today. That trend is what we're seeing in data analytics currently. I'd like to lead with a quote that I heard from Damon John, the CEO of Fubu and one of the investors on the TV show Shark Tank. He said, "There are only 3 ways to grow revenue or sales. Find new customers, get your current customers to buy more often, or get your current customers to buy more." Leveraging our data, companies are able to be more effective at doing all 3. Now, for years we've licensed our data for analytics, but it was typically used more reactively to try to learn about a company's current clients. What is really intriguing now is how we're able to help companies predict who they should be targeting. Over the last few years, we've been licensing our databases to be a core component to artificial intelligence and machine learning companies in their data-driven solution platforms, and also to digital and social media-centric companies for deeper insights into visitors, users, and their customers. Our data helps create custom experiences based on data attributes such as age, income, home value, children, pets, as well as many others. For deeper business intelligence, companies use information like line of business, annual revenue, number of employees, and years in business, just to name a few. We are also licensing our databases to companies that are predominantly digital companies. They are adding our data to the digital data that they are already gathering on their prospects and clients so as to be able to retarget and remarket to them. They are also able to be more effective at the retention and growth of those customers. Let me give you an example of how a digital or online company might use our data. Remember when you downloaded the Amazon app for the first time ever? You input minimal and basic information, but when you opened that app for the first time, they still had products that they were recommending for you. How did they decide on those recommendations? And why were they more correct than not about what to serve up to you? That's because they used AI, machine learning, their first-party data, and third-party data. They took the minimal and basic information that you gave them and matched it to similar customers that they have a vast amount of information on. They then populated your recommended products with items that you are most likely to be interested in. As time goes on and you buy or even just search for different products, their data on you grows deeper and deeper, as does their algorithm on what to serve you. That is how a company can get their current customers to buy more or just to buy more often. How does AI and machine learning help a company find new customers? For one example of that, I'd like to talk about one of our clients' solutions. This client offers a sales enablement platform for door-to-door sales reps. Using our data, this platform allows the D2D sales reps to target only households that are most likely to be interested in their products or services, whether that is solar, roofing, or home security. This is supremely important to companies with a door-to-door approach because of the time and money invested in that outreach. Now, all marketing and sales efforts cost time and money, but probably none more so than the door-to-door approach. You send an email to the wrong person and it gets deleted. Not much time or money is wasted. Make a call to a bad prospect, they'll hang up. Still not much time or money is wasted. Send a postcard to the wrong house, you're definitely out the money of the postage, but still not much time is wasted. But if a rep walks to and knocks on the wrong door, there is a significant amount of both time and money wasted. There's also the potential of getting a door slammed in your face, but that's outside the scope of what we're focusing on here. As you can see, by leveraging our data, companies are able to make smarter marketing, targeting, and sales decisions, and they are able to make them faster than ever with AI and machine learning. To close, I'll leave you with this quote by C.J. Cherry. Trade isn't about goods. Trade is about information. Goods sit in the warehouse until information moves them. Arm yourselves and your companies with as much good information as possible, and you'll find your goods and services move at a much more lucrative rate. I look forward to hearing any questions you may have on this topic later. For now, I'll turn things back over to Monica.
Thanks, Tim, Howard, and Eric, for showing us how data-driven marketing techniques can create a positive impact on a company's success. From baseline internal database hygiene and enhancements that assure you're not wasting time and dollars on bad data, to instituting a data-driven process of investigation, implementation, and response analysis that leads to measurable results in sales and customer growth. And also the new frontier of AI and machine learning tools that incorporate third-party data to not only analyze, but also predict the best prospects. Hopefully you learned at least one new thing this afternoon and agree that data-driven marketing drives sales growth and drives a higher return on investment of your marketing dollars. This concludes our presentation, and I hope we've piqued your interest enough to participate in the live discussions we look forward to having with our audience over the next half hour. Okay, I think it's time for me to turn it back over to Rebecca and open it up for questions. Rebecca?